Hi guys, in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to calculate 720, 360 and 1080 degree peplum. So come with me and let's get started. So what you need now is, first of all, I'm just writing it down what we are doing. So we are doing 360 degree first, 360 degree peplum. So what we need is our blouse length, our waist length, and our half length. So my blouse length is 26, my waist round, is 38, and my half length is 19. So for 360 degree, this is how you calculate it. Your waist plus zip allowance and plus seam allowance. So I'll be using 1 inch for my zip allowance. My waist round is 38 plus 1 inch zip allowance and 1 inch seam allowance, which gives me 40. So this 40 divided by 6.28. This 6.28 is a constant radius. So that gives me 6.3. And this 6.3, next thing I'll be doing is to check the length of my peplum. That is blouse length minus my waist, my half length. My blouse length is 26 and my half length is 19. So the answer gives me 7 inches. So calculate it all together, 6.3 plus 7, which gives me 13.3. So that's the length of the fabric I'll be folding my material. So I'll be folding my material highest 14 inches. So I'll show you how to fold. For instance, now this paper is representing my material. So when you fold your material into 4 places. Then after folding, you check what you have. So I'm having like 15 inches there. Yes, it's enough because the total of what we want is 13.3 inches. So the first thing I'll be doing after folding into 4. So just watch the way I fold it. You have to fold your material into 4. So then the first is to mark your radius, the radius of 6.3. That's our new radius for our waist round. So 6.3, I mark 6.3 round. So just watch the way I place my tape. I place the tape at the tip. So make sure as you place your tape at the tip, you use one hand to hold it so that the tape will not remove from there. Okay. So after that, you connect it round, just as you're seeing on the screen. So after connecting, the next thing is to measure the peplum, length of the peplum, which is 7 inches. You know how we got our 7 inches? Blouse length minus half length. My blouse length is 26 and half length is 19. So that gives me 7 inches. 26 minus 19 gives me 7 inches. So you can, I'll be drafting 7 inches. I'll be placing my tape on 7 inches. You can as well add half inch to yours. So this is just an illustration. So when you're doing it on your fabric, you can add half inch to join it with the lining. Hope you understand. So this is how you place your 7 inches. I hope you can see. This time around, you're not placing the tape at the tip of the material. Hope you understand. So this pattern paper represents my material. So you can do yours on a pattern paper and transfer to your material, or better still, you can still mark it on your material. Okay. So this is how you get your 360 degree peplum, 360 degree peplum. Yeah. So this is how you cut. You can see the way I'm showing you how you cut. So yeah, I went on to label it as length of peplum, so you can understand. So the next thing is to calculate our 720 degree peplum. But first of all, I'm just trying to show you guys everything, so you don't, so you follow up. But at the end of the day, if you're doing 360 degree peplum, that's how your material will be. You cut only one. So the next one is 720 degree. 720 degree is times 2 of 360 degree. So what are we going to do now? We have our waist divided by 2 because it's 2. 720 degree is 2 of 360 degree. So waist divided by 2 is 19. That's at 8 divided by 2 is 19. Then that 19 plus my seam allowance of 1 inch and my sewing and my zip allowance of 1 inch, which gives me 21. Then that 21 divided by 6.28 and gives me 3.3. So now to calculate the length of peplum, which you already know, my blouse length minus my half length, and we've done it before. So my blouse length minus my half length gives me 7 inches. That is 26 minus 19 gives me 7 inches. So 3.3 plus 7, that is 10.3. So altogether, the length of my fabric I'll be folding on, for those of us that doesn't like to waste fabric. So I'll be folding 10.3 or at most 11 or 12 inches for my material. Okay. And mind you, we'll be folding into 4 places. We'll be folding our material 2 times. That is, we'll fold it first and fold it again, which gives us 4. Okay. So after folding, then I'm going to put the new radius, which is 3.3. So just watch the way I'm placing the tape on my pattern paper. That's how you place it on either your material or if you want to draft on your pattern paper first. Okay. So after that, I'll connect the lines that I have marked down. I'll connect it together, just as you're seeing on the screen. Then the next thing is to impute the length of my fillet, which is 7 inches. Like I said earlier, you can add half inch to your 7 inches. That's when you're cutting on your fabric. So if you want to turn it with lining, okay, because normally you will turn with lining, okay. So I marked 7 inches. Okay, so if you are doing yours on your material, you can mark 7.5. That's if you're using the same measurement with my own measurement, okay. But I know we all have different measurements that we're using because everybody's waist cannot be the same thing. So after that, after marking, I'll go ahead to label just for you all to see it. This is the length of my fillet, okay, and this is the 720 degree peplum. And this 720 degree peplum, you're going to cut it twice, 2 times. Okay, just as you are seeing on the screen, I've cut two of this Ankara 2 times. Okay, so after cutting it, you open one side of it and slash it. Then when you slash it, then you join it together to make it one. Okay, so that's how you cut your 720-degree peplon. The next thing now is our 1080-degree peplon. So because 1080 degree is 3 of 360-degree peplon, so I'll divide our waist by 3. My waist round divided by 3, which gives me 12.6. Waist round is 38 divided by 3, 12.6. Then I added my seam allowance 1 inch and my zip allowance of 1 inch. So 12 plus 6 plus 1 inch seam allowance and zip allowance. Then that's answer 40.6. I divided it by 6.28, which gives me 2.3. And we all know our length of our peplon is 7 inches. So now I'll be folding my material now into 4. Okay, so just sorry, I'm saying my material. Sorry, I'm folding my pattern paper. So I'm just using the pattern paper as my material, so you all can see it and understand. Some of you like, I don't know how to fold my material. Okay, so just take your time to watch the way I fold this pattern paper. That is how you will fold your material. All right, so when you fold your material into 4 places, you place your tape at the tip of the material and mark the new radius first. That is 2.3. So the new radius there now is 2.3. Yours might be different. If you are doing 1080-degree peplon, yours might not be the same results as mine because we are not using the same waist measurements. Okay, so I marked 3.3 I placed my tape and marked 3.3 all round. Then after that, I connected. Then the next thing I'll be doing is to mark the length of my fillet, or the length of my peplon. So the length of my peplon, which you all know, is 7 inches. So I'll mark 7 inches all through, just round. And after marking the 7 inches, I'll go ahead to connect the 7 inches round. Okay, so after connecting, this 1080-degree peplon is, because we divided by 3, therefore we'll cut this on our material in 3 places. Okay, after cutting it on the pattern paper, we'll cut it in 3 places, cut 3 times of it. So that's 1080-degree peplon. So in case you are doing 1440-degree peplon, that one you cut into 4. So just like that. Okay, 1080-degree peplon is 3 times of 360-degree peplon. Okay, so this now I cut 3 and I'm showing you. So after cutting the 3 peplon, I will slash it and join everything together. So that's all on how to calculate your peplon. I hope you all understand. So should in case you don't understand, so here's the calculation again. You can just check or screenshot or just pause it and look at it once more. Okay, it's a very simple illustration and well detailed. Thanks for watching. Do well to drop your comments.